the weekend.
It's the weekend. It's Mailbag. I am joined outside the Denbigh Castle after that 2-2 draw against Man United, which you can you can hear all about on post-match. We have a right old rant about the referee, as you would imagine. I am joined by Matt Jones, Keith Tomlin, Maggie, Matt, and Jack, maybe? Yeah, sound. Jay?
Dargan?
No? Yeah, Dargan's gone on a date.
Mose?
So he's maybe
Mose?
Mose. But right, anyway, so Ed's here as well. Brilliant.
It's a bit of a free-for-all, isn't it? Let's be honest.
As ever, we will get straight into it with a question from Foxy. Full post-match analysis of Jimmy Bidston. We'll just do a quick one because we touched upon this in post-match.
He was absolutely boss today. He was, and yeah, I've never really got it with him on the dice, but Moyes has definitely made him better. And as much as I liked Mangala, Garner is a lot better.
Matt was a long-time hater of the Seacombe of the Seacombe Socrates. I was a long-time defender of his merits. As if you scroll back through the archives, I have never said a bad word against him. I thought he was magnificent today. I thought he was brilliant. I thought he was good about everything we did. I like his hair. He's got a sensible haircut. It's a short back and sides.
I think he needs to shave it off, to be honest. I think he's dying a little bit.
No, I don't think he'd suit it. I think he's all right.
Okay.
I think he's
right.
I think he's on the edge of having to shave it off. Right? Maybe 2 years down the line, we'll be talking about a skinhead James Garner.
Yeah.
Right now, no.
Maggie, thoughts on the AB and Iniesta?
I'd buy him a Happy Meal. I would buy him a Happy Meal and I'd let him keep the toy. He was very good today.
Can't say fairer than that. Matt?
He's got a weird car. It looks like a taxi.
Was he driving and die around the other day? Because that was a massive car.
I don't know.
Why was he dying in the back seat but looked like he was driving?
It's crazy.
Because it's a really long car.
Yeah.
It's like one of these big Jeep fellas, but
A G-Wagon? Was it a G-Wagon?
something like that, yeah. But no, Jimmy Bidston's car, it's got like this weird thing on the top of it. It looks like a taxi light.
Maybe it is.
I don't know if it's like some kind of scoop to suck the air in and make it go faster like a jet engine, but it's just a weird car.
He's on the cabs.
I'm just a really big fan of the Thurston and Tom Davis.
There's a name I've not heard in a while.
He's doing really
Jimmy
well.
Bidston, thoughts, Jack?
What's the question again?
Just a post-match analysis of Jimmy Bidston.
Oh, yeah, he was all right. no, he was really good today, to be fair. I'll give it to him.
He was. We'll move on to the hot topic then. Who is in your EFC Hall of Fame and Hall of Shame? Obviously, the hot topic subject is about those 80s lads getting inducted into the Everton Hall of Fame, which we and Jay missed because we were having pints at half-time. A little bit gutted about that, but there we go. Oh, by the way, anyone who's having pints between now and the end of the season at Goodison, go for the Carlin, because weirdly, it's better than the course. But anyway.
Have you just actually advocated for people to drink Carling as a choice, as a life choice?
Over course.
When you've tried the course at Goodison, Carlin tastes like...
Bring back Jack.
Right. This is why you stick to the cider inside Goodison. It comes in a bottle. You know it's good.
Oh my God! Move to Taunton,
I might be speaking from a Somerset perspective right now, but
You can tell by the way you said cider.
Cider.
Hey, putting the cider there.
Jay, quickly, what's the best brand of cider?
Brand of cider?
That's it.
Dixon.
Oh, Dixon.
Carry on.
The correct answer is Sheffy's. Sheffy's is the pinnacle of ciders.
It is, yeah. Anyway, yeah, let's move on. But
Who gets into the cider Hall of Fame? Dixon.
Matt has got some EFC Hall of Fame entries, and shame as well, by the way.
Yeah, well, first thing is when I was doing the quiz that the club put up this week, name all the Everton Giants, I think I only missed 3, and I can be forgiven for them because one of them was from like the 1910s. But it does seem a bit odd to me that it's taken till 2025 for Andy Gray and Paul Bracewell and Kevin fucking Sheedy, of all people. Like, for those players to take till 2025 to get into Everton's Hall of Fame, to join such illuminaries as David Unsworth and Duncan Ferguson. It just seems a bit backwards.
I will not have Duncan Ferguson slander on Mailbag.
It's not
No,
slander,
no
it's a
way.
valid point. It's a valid point.
It is a valid point, yeah.
It is a bit of a mad one. But no, my Hall
still.
of Fame entry, given that they were presented with the big stones, weren't they, which will be on Everton Way. Right next to one of them will be my dad's stone. So he's going into my Everton Hall of Fame because his stone reads Brian Flusk, Stadium Builder, Evertonian. Because he's working on the job right now.
Can we just have a moment of round of applause for Big Flusky for building Everton their new home? Well done, Flusky. What a guy. What a guy. Right, Hall of Shame.
Quickly.
Hall of Shame. Tim Howard.
Yes.
He's in there, yeah. You get to vote.
Tim Howard, right? Purely because it riles my goat when people laud him as an Everton legend. He was all right. He was mostly shite and had a couple of good saves. What really annoys me is his most sort of acclaimed save, as we will, is the Southampton one, right? He nearly got lobbed inside his own 6-yard box. Right? That is not a good save. That is a desperate line of recovery.
It is.
He's dragged himself from the pits of hell. It's not a good save.
Move on.
Let the man say
So put him in the Hall of Shame for me.
Right, I'm going to give Matt a quick Hall of Fame and Hall of Shame. Ed, have you got one?
Maybe.
Okay, we'll give
Okay.
it Ed as well.
Hall of. I don't even know who's in the Hall of Fame.
Just pick who
Any
you
of the
want in
modern
there.
players?
Even if they're in there, it's fine.
Do you know what? I'm going to put the Corey in there.
Oh no, I see why.
After his great performance. You say this is the best he's ever played today on the post-match report.
I still hate him.
Great in that run-in when he kept us up, scored the goal that kept us up, round the
Fastest
Reds
goal
up,
at Goodison.
fastest goal at Goodison, wound the Reds up massively the other week, incited the riot, and today was really good.
Get him in.
I mean, massive recency bias here, I'm not going to lie, but
You could probably put him in a Hall of Shame as well.
Hall of Shame. Do you know what I never used to like? Probably a bit harsh saying Hall of Shame, but Kevin Morales just used to do me head in.
Come on, the Buckeye Belgium was great.
Used to do me head. Good player, but used to wind me up.
What about the goal at Spurs?
Used to try and get himself sent off all the time. I remember being at Swansea away with junior and he got himself sent off about 10 minutes to go. Me a few minutes. So yeah, probably not too weird shit. You can probably flip them the other way around, to be honest. But
Either way, yeah. Put him in both, it's fine.
Yeah, it's Mailbag, so it's fine.
Yeah, Ed?
For hero, I'm going to go Inchi.
Yes,
Go
popular
Adrian.
choice.
I think.
He's
Give-
not
He's not in.
Yes. Oh, it's fine though. You can pick anyway. It doesn't matter. It's just who would you put in?
Well, I'll pick Paul Rideout. You know,
Paul Rideout.
I'll go with Paul Rideout. We're talking about people who made a significant. I honestly didn't know that Inchi was in it, but you know, we're talking about people who made a massive difference in Everton's history. Inchi is one. Paul Rideout obviously scoring the winner in the '95 Cup final. I was 3 months old at the time. I've just celebrated my 30th birthday. Can we have a fucking trophy, please? Thank you very much. Zeros, I'm going to go Per Kroldrop. You cannot sign for Everton Football Club if you cannot head a football. That is the one thing that we need at this football club, is you can whack it with your head.
We are a firm of head the balls.
It's all we ask for, and he couldn't do it, so he can bugger off.
Good point.
I'm going to throw in a Hall of Fame on a cult hero status here. Daniel Amakachi.
yes.
The only Everton player to have headwear like made specifically for him.
The only footballer
Yamakachi Berry.
The only footballer to ever overrule the match officials and substitute himself on because he just ran on the pitch
I mean, just to bring
and
it
scored
back
2 goals.
Just to bring it back to today. I mean, Fernandes and Maguire did everything but that today. I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, you're right.
Good
Bring
on him.
himself on
And
against Spurs.
I'm not the biggest fan of Alan Green as a commentator because he's a big cop-out bastard.
Yeah.
But
Or a human being, because he's.
his commentary on All Together Now from
Amakachi
Elland Road,
shouts. Oh my God.
the 2 Amakachi shouts are magnificent. Everton are on their way to Wembley, and Everton are heading down Wembley Way. Iconic. So throw Daniel Amakachi in there just for that.
Sound. Maggie, what are yours?
Do they have to be a player?
Do what you like. Do what you like. It's Mailbag. You can do whatever you want.
My
It's fine.
actual Everton hero is the man with the massive cutters and Louis McKechnie, without whom we would have been relegated because Iwobi wouldn't have had the 90 billion minutes to score that goal against Newcastle.
We do.
Isn't Louis McKechnie the
Our
cult
king.
hero then?
We do get that. So, Tangled Up in Blue said hot topic. Fame. The Stop Oil goalpost guy. Louis McKechnie. Upstairs at St Luke's Church. Turnstile 1718. Matchday stewards. And the home baked fan zone pies, sausage rolls, and the friendly staff. Hall of Shame for Tangled Up in Blues, Goodison Concourse Catering in inverted commas. Get the Carlin, mate, it sound. And any club board since 1990. It's shite. It is awful, but it's better.
Can I just make an actual moment? We are outside the wonderful Denbigh Castle, which has quality ales and beers and lagers of all types, so you don't have to drink.
Oh yeah, we're on the Warsteiner
Can we
here.
put the Denbigh
We're now on
Castle
the-
in the Everton Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Yes.
Immediately.
Alongside Louis McKechnie.
Yes. Alongside Louis McKechnie.
Couple more the people sent in. Christine said Andy King, but that couldn't happen. Sad, yeah. But so Graham Sharp, Blue Goblin, love a pint with Jags, would give Shandy van der Meijden a sniff of booze.
Isn't that the next question?
I'm glad he put booze on the end of it there. Steve said Joe Royal, thumbs up. Martin Keown, angry face. Paul, I'd drink with Seamus.
I think you can move on to the next question here.
No, I'm on the hot topic still. Still on the
No,
hot
it's
topic.
not. Yeah, this is the one you have a pint with.
Yeah, I've gone the wrong one there. Cheers, Matt. Stephen said Hall of Fame, Ferguson and Cale. Thank you. Gary said Hall of Fame, Duncan Ferguson, Joe Royal, Parky, Leon Osman, Leighton Baines / Coleman. Good time said Arteta and Baines. Stephen said Hall of Shame. To mention a few, Danny Williamson, Alex Nyarko, Per Crowell, Esmond Barton and Klaus Thompson. Gary said Hall of Shame. Tim fucking Howard.
Yes,
no
Gary.
reason required.
Yes, Gary.
Anyone who left do is to play for them horrible bastards across the park. Fair. Hall of Shame, but the division below, he's the worst forward to play for us. The Jag French wind-up merchant, Neil fucking Mopay. Mad that he's got the same middle name as Tim Howard. Makes you think. Makes the Strack look like 90s Ronaldo. He's that shite. And the good time.
I'm not having Strack slander.
The good time said Mark Pembridge and Stephen Hughes.
Yeah,
Wait,
fair.
no,
Mark
no, Stephen Hughes gets into the Hall of Fame purely because
No,
of
no,
the Belfield
tree.
tree.
No, the tree gets in. He
Belfield tree.
doesn't.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Right, I'm going to move on to the next question.
Belfield tree in.
Which you've already answered.
Which we've already answered from, yeah. So the Denbigh have asked, which player past or present would you love to have a beer with, and which player would you absolutely not have a beer with ever? Matt, go ahead.
Well, the one that I wouldn't has already been said by a reply, Martin Keown. He would just be the most boring pint ever. The one I would like to have a beer with, again, would be Andy Johnson. Again. Because after he did, in the Denbigh Castle here, after he did a little players' lunch, he just wouldn't go home. And I think he was in the lounge the next day. I think Darren Griffiths had to drag him out at midnight because he was having the time of his life, just getting absolutely leather talking to fans. He was an absolutely top fella. And him and Tricky Trev as well, after some of the 80s lads were in. He is the most sarcastic roast merchant going. Like, he will just lay into you and you're just like, oh my God, I feel so special. Like, he's hilarious. So them two for me.
Go on, Matt.
The answer to this is always Jordan Pickford, because it would be a pint and then shots and then strawpedos.
It would be a pint of Blue Wicked, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Jordan Pickford.
The player I'd least like to have a pint with, Fabian Delph. I just feel like he'd like take everything so serious. He'd be a bit like Matt Fusk. Like he'd be like a full on the beer mat. Like make sure you've got a beer mat under every drink. Make sure you do.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just had war declared live.
You are a good pint, but in some respects you make sure everyone's got pints in the right place. The table's not rocking or anything like that. He'd be like that, but like on another level, I think.
Can I just point out, the thing with the beer mats is, on the boss's table in the corner, if you don't have beer mats, the pint will slide off and hit the floor.
Yeah, but Fabian Delph anyway.
Yeah, that's a shout.
What did he say that time at Bournemouth where it's like,
You're all shit.
He said,
Everyone's
you're all
just fucking shit.
and then because we'd only just signed him, everyone was like, this is great leadership. Great leadership from Fabian Delph calling all of our team shit.
Yeah, do you know what? We do look at ourselves as a negative fan base, but we do sometimes try and drag the positives out of any terrible situations. Like a player calling you. Yeah.
Like that Amorim saying, yeah, we're the worst United team ever.
Matt's gone in for beer mats. He's going to bring beer mats outside. God bless him.
Have you just gone for beer mats?
Right, anyone got any more bevies? Go ahead, Maggie.
So, there was a discussion on Twitter or X
Gotta
or whatever
protect the wall.
the past week or so. Apparently there was an Everton player who won the league or won the FA Cup, moved to Australia, tried to shoot his wife, tried to shoot himself, and then missed shooting himself.
Sandy Brown.
Sandy
Yes,
Brown. Everton legend. I need a pint with him to be like, lads, what the fuck?
Do you know the best thing about that? I think everyone, well, I don't know, I certainly stumbled upon that story because a copite looked into it after the derby because he wasn't completely rattled at all. He looked into our 1906 FA Cup winners. Up the Reds, nice one.
Amazing.
Keith, have you got what are we on? Pint?
Yeah, I've got a pint in his hands right now.
I'll tell you who I absolutely would not go for a pint for is Abdoulaye Doucouré, because I think he'd be a terrible pint.
He doesn't drink.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right, out of the Everton players we know don't drink, you've got Abdoulaye Doucouré, Garner, Seamus Coleman. There's a couple of others who are just quite teetotal.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't go for a pint with Tim Howard because he would insist that you addressed him as the Secretary of Defence.
He would.
After that game against Belgium where they blasted 12 shots directly at his face.
So we've already given half the answers. So Christine, Blue Goblin and Steve, you've had yours. Dale said, I'd drink with Seamus Coleman. I'd never drink with Simon Davis. Never, ever.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah. Tony said, Peter Reid, pint.
Peter Reid's the pint answer, isn't he?
Peter Reid's rig-outs, by the way.
Peter Reid.
Incredible.
Peter Reid
His hat and coat game is strong.
Peter Reid is the beer baron.
It's
Yeah.
more like mid.
He is the beer baron.
He is the beer baron.
Peter Reid's hats right now are like full mid-1930s detectives.
I know it's a big ass, guys.
100%. And Tony said Nick Barmby. No. Yeah, well,
that's
yeah,
a no.
clearly. I mean, Dave quite likes Nick Barmby, apparently, doesn't he? Dave's had the conversation with Nick Barmby.
I'd go for a pint with Nick Barmby, and then when he's had about 7, push the fucker down the stairs.
I was thinking Glasson, but maybe not. Blue 6685 said Peter Reid, Bevy's James Beattie. No, Bevy. I reckon Beattie'd be all right.
Nah. No. You couldn't have a pint with James Beattie because he would be telling everybody about his massive watch.
I wonder where that was going.
Can I just ask generally, who would actually want to witness the majesty of having a pint with Royston Drenthe?
Oh, me, I'm there.
Like it wouldn't be a pint.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Royston Drenthe.
And a hot tub. Let's go.
Yeah, Royston Drenthe says, right, lad, let's go for a pint. I have got the keys to Finch Farm. Yeah, go ahead then, I'm in.
It would literally be 2:00 in the afternoon. You'd get in the pub, you'd get the first round in, and he'd just drop a big bag on the table, and you go, Royston, no, I've got work tomorrow.
Bag of sweets.
A bag of sweets. Yeah. And Fred just said Reedy, so I think maybe Fred means both. Yeah. He would love to go for a pint, but Reedy might drink him on the table. Matt, have you got any more before we move on?
No, just an urgent legal correction. It was not, in fact, Sandy Brown who was had a very colourful post-playing career in Australia.
Okay.
It was Alexander Young.
Okay. Yeah. Do you know what the
other Alex Young.
The Sandy Browns, the Alex Youngs? There's quite a few played for the Toffees. He did. He scored a header at the street end.
Not the real Alex Young.
No, Alexander Young.
Alexander Young. Yeah. I think.
One who shot himself in the face and missed.
I think it's probably time for Maggie's roundup. Maggie, do you want to ask your questions?
Yes, can
I?
Go ahead. There you go.
Maggie's roundup.
All right. We have to. Everyone needs to get a pint.
I was going to save that to the end.
We're going to save that one to the end.
Save that to the end. We have Underberg.
Okay, that'll do. No. Right. Second is a live Mailbag sing-along. What is the most obscure Everton song you can think of? And please demonstrate it for the crowd.
EVERTON. If you didn't catch it, then we'll spell it out again. EVERTON. The finest team in the land, the gallant Everton.
Right, I've got one that I don't know the words to at all, and I've never heard it before or since, but I'll take you back to 1996.
There we go.
I think York away would have booed them Crescent. We've made the trek out to York.
York away?
Yeah, we got beat 3-2 in the cup. We got kicked out the League Cup by York. But we're in a social club in York where we all had to sign in. And there's lads in there singing some song about her father. Her father wore a suit of white. And then it went on about like sort of shenanigans between the bride and someone else, I think. So if anyone knows what that song is,
Write in.
yeah, please do write in.
I'm sure people will be flocking in.
Yeah, we can have answers on the back of a sealed down envelope, whatever. But yeah, I've never heard that song before or since, and it's freaked me out a little bit.
Do you know what was good today? This is my answer to this. Was the whole Garner Street singing the farm.
Yes.
Oh,
Together
yes,
now.
it was.
Like a proper full-on sing-along of it. Yeah.
Peter Hooton will hate that. Love it. Matt.
No, I can't think of any obscure Everton songs. It's nice that we started reviving some, like during lockdown, the video of them singing Goodison Gang on the Golden Vision film. Like that just taken off. We need to dig out some more old ones, don't we? Get some of the records out the loft.
Can we just put on the record now, by the way, that we should fully adopt? I guess that's why they call it the blues as our anthem.
Right. I think that should be the last song played before the siren starts.
I'll cry.
For Z Cars.
I like it as a full-time, song.
I think it should be our version of Hibs singing Sunshine on Leith, because it's a ballad. It's a good ballad. The whole crowd can get involved because you're born knowing Elton John lyrics. Yeah. It's like the Beatles. You just know the lyrics to Elton John songs.
I quite like it as a we've just won or we've just 1-2-2 as we did the other week. Sort of.
Aside from the last sort of aberration under David Moyes, how often do we win? We want this regular.
Yeah. I don't know.
Last song before the Z Cars comes on, everyone's in the ground. They've had a pint. They're ready to go. We sing Spirit. We sing. Guess that's why they call us the Blues. I simply love you more than I love life itself. Big chorus, and then the siren hits. Everyone is fucking.
I don't think we've got the
that
competence
point.
for that level of production.
I feel like the first line of that song hits home this year as well. Don't wish it away.
Oh my God,
Don't
yeah.
act like it's forever.
Well, Maggie thought that you were going to suggest that was the last song that we played at Goodison before we close it. I think the last song at Goodison should be, the Z Cars Piper, who turns out for the Coast Welcomes, just him on the pitch by himself playing Element.
Alone. If
The woman. No, stop. The woman who over lockdown played it on a violin.
No, it's got to be a lone piper. It's got to be a lone piper.
Right. Oh.
Next.
If Everton put a lone piper on the pitch at full time of the last Everton game, I swear to God, I will cry my fucking eyes out.
Yep.
Right, Maggie.
Make it so.
Keith's having a moment.
I'm having an existential Everton crisis.
All right. I wrote in the event of his inevitable appearance, he is here. Live Matthew Flusk, World War IV edition political soapbox.
It's not that easy, is it?
Matthew Flusk, World War IV edition political soapbox.
World War III.
Please.
What was that? Have I missed World War III?
It's a good point, actually, yeah.
That was Elon Musk getting a job.
God, I don't even know if I've got the energy for this. It's all just a bit crap, innit?
It's called the Premier League corrupt again.
Yeah, the Premier League are corrupt, and probably, the only good thing that the government's doing right now is pushing through this football governance bill, which obviously they've tried to get the Tory opposition on side to.
I didn't mean it about the beer, man.
Yeah, they're trying to get Tory opposition on side, aren't they, to try and oppose this football governance bill. That's obviously come from Earthworm Jim at Man United.
Yeah.
So completely fucked that all the way home.
Oh, I hate him.
I've just had a thought on today's game, right?
Was he there?
The Premier League know a title charge when they see one. Everton are fully on a title charge. We all know what happens when Everton are champions. World War breaks out.
Yeah.
So maybe, just maybe, today was we just got to play down that World War thing. Make sure Everton don't win the title, and the world will be safe.
This is why it was windy as fuck before the Palace game and it got cancelled, because Everton would have won the league that season at a canter, and they made it windy. It got delayed and we lost. Right. The government, the World Health World Health
Machine, the sun blockers,
the World Health Organization,
woke nonsense.
The Met Office, chemtrails were against Everton winning the league in case there was a world war.
Exactly.
I mean, we won the league in the mid-80s and there wasn't a world war, but it was also when the Soviet Union started to collapse, which obviously was the worst thing to happen in history. So
there you go. Yeah, right on. Next
question. So Did anyone here go to the test event?
Yes.
Okay.
I did.
So, for those of you who went to the test event, what's your favourite part of the ground and what's the worst part?
Okay, the favourite part is the breathtaking vastness and majesty of the whole place. It's genuinely incredible.
Move on. What's the worst part?
The worst part is paying £6.20 for a sausage roll.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, 100%.
Is it really? Is it really? Come on, is it really £6.20?
£6.20 for a sausage roll and for a pie. Yeah. Oh my God! Yeah, they are really like convincing people to stay before and after the game.
Just to note, the pies in Goodison right now are £4.40.
They are shite though.
That's a £1.80 increase.
I mean, the scran is good. It is footy scran. It's good.
It's a 30% increase in price on the pies. Are the pies that good? Where are they getting the pies from?
A 30% increase in price is probably going to be a 30% increase in quality because the Goodison ones are pretty grim.
It is good footy scran, but it is expensive.
Did you have a donut? Because I saw them donuts.
Oh, devastated. No, we didn't have a donut, did we? We didn't buy donuts. Gutted.
Cool. Right, for everyone else who did not go to the test event, who do you want to see more at Bramley Moor as our new mascot? Mr. Testicles or a 7-foot tall version of the Bullen's bird skeleton?
Yes. Get
the Angry Birds. Get him back. Get the Angry Bird back.
Yeah, definitely the Bullen's birds.
Give us the dead bird. We want the dead bird. We crave the dead bird. Give us the dead bird on the pitch in skeleton form as a mascot. Huge, as big as you can make him.
We need to get that mad French geezer who did the tarantula and the walking girl and all that. Get him to make a giant one.
Oh, like the moving puppets that we have.
Yeah.
Yes, you know the lads who do like
marionettes.
The Royale something.
I don't know.
You know the lads.
Royale cheese,
You know the lads who do the giant. Who do the Giants display down the Albert Dock?
Get them to do a giant bird skeleton.
To do a giant bird skeleton, or
you'd be like Beijing 2008. It'll be magical.
Mr. Testicles, but make him the Hulk.
There's just Andy's bit.
Anatomically correct, Mr. Testicles.
Please God no.
we need our mascots with pubes.
You have pubes.
On that well. Andy suggested bring back the actual adult toffee lady, but with a bazooka so she can reach
Hang
the top
on,
of the cell
the way
phone.
you said adult toffee lady sounded quite sinister there.
No, because right now
Give us an adult toffee
let me
lady.
quantify that right. At the minute, it's a genuine small child walking around throwing sweets at people.
We're not doing Everton only fans.
Lots of broad chocolate condoms into the crowd.
Oh my god, no! I just don't want to give a child a bazooka.
Right, as I pointed out on Twitter, do you not remember what happened to Maud Flanders?
Exactly.
She died.
We're gonna go.
She died.
You can't fall.
People would die if you gave the toffee lady a fucking toffee bazooka.
We are straddling Maud Flanders and Sexy Flanders territory here, so I shall move on to the Good Times podcast.
Swiftly.
I've asked. What top lads?
A great bunch of lads.
What's your favourite game against United since the cup final? I immediately thought, fucking hell, I hope it's today. It very nearly
was so close to being today.
I think mine is, since the cup final, it's probably the 4-0.
The 4-0 is magnificent, isn't it? Because two reasons. One, Everton won 4-0 and scored some beautiful goals. There was an overhead kick, there was a long-range rifle, there was a scruffy tap-in, and it was a breakaway. That is the quintessential mailbag of Everton fucking goals there, right? The second one is United, for some reason, decided to wear pink rather than red.
Yeah.
And God help me, I am a fan of a pink kit, but that was a shit pink kit. And they got piped down and sent back on their scruffy way. The double denim bastards.
It's the one, isn't it? Yeah. Matt?
Well, it's not a win, but shout out to the 4-4, if only because it was some kind of weird Everton time warp of a game in which both Nikita Jelavic and James McFadden played, and they just don't seem like they should have existed in the same Everton era, but they did.
Do you know what? There's been a lot of thing on Twitter this week about Ronaldo getting voted the best header in the world. I would raise him Nikita Jelavic's header in that game. Cushioned header.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Across the goal.
Yeah.
Into the side net, and absolutely perfect.
Late entrance to Mailbag.
So we'll move on. Next question from Tangled Up and Loose. Worst match day journey. I'm going to go here. I've got two. So the worst Goodison match day journey was Sheffield United a few years ago. I think we got beat by them, but I think the trains were off, the motorway was shut and everything, and we just couldn't get over to Goodison from the Oblong. That was terrible. But the worst match day journey for me ever was Bournemouth away. Me and Dave set off at like 6 o'clock in the morning, I think. We got stuck in New Forest for 3 hours. I'm sure I told everyone this before. I got into the ground 2:45, went to buy a beer, and the girl behind the counter said, no, sorry, can't serve beer. 15 minutes before kick-off, it was literally just 2:45, and she wouldn't serve me an ale. That was terrible. Keith?
Palace away, FA Cup, Sunday, 12 o'clock kick-off, right? The problem is, we had all been out the night before, drinking quite heavily. We got back to mine roughly about 2 o'clock in the morning. Alarms were set for 4. Did we go to bed? No, we drank rum. We had half an hour's sleep, and then we rocked up for a coach on Dale Street at 6 o'clock in the morning that did not turn up until 7.
And it turned up without a toilet.
And it turned up without a toilet. You could slap the seats and see the dust rise. We were in a bad way, and Matt Flusk was in full fucking Paddington mode for the first 2 hours of the journey, and it was hell on earth. It was horrible. And then we got to Hilton Park Services on the M6. Matt fell asleep. Everyone else came to life. We eventually got to Palace. The driver had never done a football away before, so didn't know that you had to hide the ale because the bissies raid the buses. He didn't know we had to put the ale underneath the bus, so he just drove right into the police screen. We went to Palace. We got beat 4-0, 3-0, 4-0.
4-0.
It was the Lampard one where he said, another dodgy goal, another dodgy goal. It was a rubbish goal. We gave away a soft goal. And then we headed home. We got stuck in the worst traffic imaginable. Don't mention what?
Yeah,
not mentioning that. No, we won't mention that part of it. At some point we did have to swill out the bus. We got home eventually about 11 o'clock at night after setting off at 7 o'clock in the morning, supposed to be 6. Instead of going home, we came to the Denbigh Castle. We had a couple of pints. Mark Mosey and I tried to get on Merseyrail back over to the Pleasure Peninsula, Monster Island, however you want to call it. Merseyrail staff at the gates would not let us on the train. We then tried to go to James Street. They had radioed ahead and told them not to let us on the train. We then did a mad sprint through town to Central, got on a train. I promptly fell asleep and then woke up and I was sick on my own shoes. That is my worst Everton journey.
I've got an addendum to that story for myself. I'd left my house keys at Mike the Ashes, so I had to get a taxi down there to get them. On the way to his front door, I managed to fall over a hedge that did not go past my own knee. Got myself up, and as I approached his door, completely miscounted the number of steps, and I went 1, 2, headbutted his door, which woke up his missus. She's like, what the hell's going on? And he just opened the door. I was like, keys please. The taxi was waiting for me as well. He witnessed this entire scene. But my worst travel story is not quite as eventful as that.
How long?
How long? How many years, God? Yeah, I think then it was 20-something, now we're on 30. Fantastic. No, my worst travel story is not quite as eventful as that. My car was sort of half broke. So whenever I went above about 55 miles an hour, the engine would cut out. And I had to go to Middlesbrough away, the 0-0, when it was like raining and freezing. So I'm doing no more than 50 all the way up there. It took us absolutely ages. Just on the approach to Middlesbrough, there's like an A road with one lane on each side. I got overtaken by the team bus. That's how friggin' slow we were going. And then it was one of the coldest matches I've ever been to. It was 0-0. It was crap. But I did end up working in Middlesbrough a couple of years later, and it's a lovely town with lovely people.
Lovely stuff. We're going to keep Ed's question and Stephen's question on gadgets for next time. And we definitely will put them in next time. So we're going to do the final one. of Maggie's questions, which we've replaced the pint of choice with Underberg. So I think we'll probably just you just ask your question. We'll finish up and then we'll all neck the Underberg.
Right.
So the question was,
where is it? So it's an Underberg off. Everyone gets an Underberg. We all have to down the Underberg. The winner does the Keith special of.
What special am I doing?
Woo.
Awoo!
That one.
The loser has to get a bag of crisps but can only eat it without their hands.
right, so this is great podcasting. We're just going to do an Underberg to finish. We all got tops
Can
off.
someone take a picture of this, please?
Yeah,
while we're Underberg.
this can be the picture of the. So 3, 2, 1, go.
No, Margo. Woo!
Yeah, mine's still going. Oh my god.
That is horrible.
Oh Jesus! If you've never had an Underberg,
Get one.
please do come to Denbigh Castle and get an Underberg. It's
Why is it still in there?
Yeah, I'm getting the crisps in. I can't drink
It's-
that.
it's like
it's fucking cough mixture.
it's like Cavonia without the hit. But yeah, that has been this week's mailbag.
we have a happy birthday to Honest Joe.
Honest Joe, happy.
Honestest Joe around.
The most. I've got a Joe. He's very honest.
You will never find a more honest Joe.
He's a very honest looking Joe. Yeah. Happy birthday to Honest Joe. Thanks to everyone who sent questions in. Thanks to Jack, Matt, Maggie, Keith,
How about
Matt,
them? How about them
everyone,
toffees?
and how about them toffees? It was.
How about them toffees?
Do you know what?
Yay!
Yeah, so Maggie just said hopefully Andy Madley will find his wife cheating on him, and while he does, he will stand on an upturned plug. The tit. Anyway, there we go. That has been Mailbag for this week. Up the toffees. We'll catch you next time.